The anime episode begins in the Adventurers Guild, where we see Yuki and Kramen. A message arrives from the Merchants Guild, informing them that trade shipments are being constantly stolen from merchant ships in the port city of Fremel. They request an investigation to catch the thieves and recover the stolen cargo if possible. They ask Yuki to take on this mission, and he agrees. However, he first goes to Cecilia to ask her to accompany him, but she refuses because she has important work to finish and cannot leave Minerva for several consecutive days. Yuki becomes very sad because he didn't check Cecilia's schedule in advance. As he leaves, Highness and then Raven arrive and offer to go with him to Fremel. When Raven learns that Highness wants to join, he gets annoyed because this is a mission they need to complete, not a leisurely trip. But Yuki insists on her presence, arguing that her powerful magic could be very useful in combat. Raven is unaware of Highness's full capabilities as they have only recently met. Afterward, they board a carriage and arrive in Fremel. Yuki suggests they split up. He will go meet the client to learn more about the mission, while Raven and Highness explore the city for information. This is Yuki's way of giving them time to talk privately. The client arrives and they inform him they are there on behalf of the Merchants Guild, asking what he knows about the ship thefts. He replies that he knows nothing, and if he did, they wouldn't be facing these difficulties. He explains that things are stolen even with guards present, and officials treat the sailors like thieves, but the sailors haven't stolen anything or hidden any secrets. He assures them that he and his men will answer any questions. He then calls over his sailor friends for Raven and Highness to question. Yuki then rejoins them. He asks Raven if he found any information, and Raven denies it, saying no one has any details about the thieves. Every ship was guarded the entire time, but no one remembers the moment the theft occurred. Yuki is puzzled by this. Raven continues, saying if the sailors were responsible, they would have fabricated a better lie. He mentions that some people reported their memories being cut off and hearing a sweet song, leading him to suspect the involvement of demons, specifically mermaids. Yuki secretly hopes to meet a mermaid. Yuki then calls over Highness and tells her he heard there is a mermaid nearby. The sailors panic, fearing they will all be devoured. They beg Yuki and his companions to eliminate the threat immediately. Yuki is confused by their intense fear, not knowing if mermaids are actually dangerous. They inform him that one mermaid has destroyed many ships and killed several humans, making the previously safe sea routes terrifying for them now. Raven steps forward, introducing himself as the commander of the Clarine's Knights. He states it is a knight's duty to protect people and vows to defeat the mermaid. Everyone is astonished that this young man is the knight commander from the Heroes Squad, expressing happiness at his presence and urging him to eliminate the demons. Yuki talks to Highness, noting that from a human perspective, demons and monsters are frightening. Highness mentions that the Demon King's army is invading humans. Raven returns, apologizing for the delay, saying he brought more paper and pens. But while shopping, he found someone who claimed to have seen a mermaid. Raven recalls a knight telling him that the sailors were hiding the shipment in a small bay outside the city, and there was a mermaid inside, suggesting they investigate. He then asks Highness to wait, emphasizing that demon activity is dangerous, recalling a time when demons devastated a village and he couldn't save many lives. As a knight, he must protect people and assures her he will defeat the mermaid. Highness refuses to stay behind and goes with him. Yuki tells Raven that Highness is stronger than she appears. They go to the location and find a description of the stolen cargo. The bay is very small and cannot fit a boat. Suddenly, the mermaid emerges and sings at the top of her voice. They plug their ears. Yuki thinks to himself that if he lets his guard down, he'll fall asleep in an instant. We then see Highness use her song to cancel out the mermaid's melody. Yuki uses his magic, and rocks emerge from the water to shield the mermaid. Raven rushes forward, intending to kill her. The mermaid cries out, "No more! I'm not asking for death, but I need your help! Humans captured my friend and she hasn't done anything wrong! I want you to save her!" Raven responds, "I won't be fooled by those demonic lies!" Highness steps in front of the mermaid to stop Raven from attacking, refusing to move. Highness tries to defend the mermaid, but Raven orders her to step away and not protect a demon. Yuki asks Raven to lower his sword for the moment. Raven asks if Yuki is siding with the demon. Yuki replies, no, if she attacks humans, she must be eliminated. I won't spare anyone who harms me or my friends. Raven lowers his sword. Yuki asks Highness if she is okay and tells her to inform them if anything happens. The mermaid asks if they believe her. Highness replies, yes. Yuki introduces himself as the adventurer Yuki. Highness asks Yuki if he injured his head. Yuki assures her he is completely lucid and trying to ease the tension. The mermaid tells them her name is Shiki. Yuki asks why she tried to put them to sleep. She explains a human ordered her to. Mermaids usually avoid humans, but one day, she and her friend Misaki were playing and got caught in a sudden storm, ending up in human hands. The human told Shiki that if she wanted her friend to survive, she had to do as he asked. Back in the present, Shiki tells Yuki she had to obey the human's orders and sang to hypnotize the people on the boats. Yuki comments that she doesn't seem to be lying. Raven warns him not to be deceived by appearances. Highness asks Raven if he doesn't believe her. Raven says he can never trust a demon. Highness tells him to trust her, as she trusts the mermaid. Raven agrees, saying he will start a new investigation based on what she said. Scene transition. Yuki, Highness, and Raven stand in front of several crates. Highness declares, these are fake, left here for show. Raven concludes, so the thief spread false information to lure their pursuers here, intending for the mermaid to put them to sleep to eliminate them. Yuki angrily exclaims, what? We could have been killed! Raven says, that's a roundabout method for a demon. Yuki asks Shiki if she knows where the thief is. Shiki apologizes, saying her eyes were covered during transport, so she doesn't know. Raven speculates that if his guess is correct, the thieves will arrive here soon. Scene transition. A group of thieves appears. One says, I didn't expect to attract the attention of the Knight Commander. Another suggests, maybe it's time for us to move to another island. Raven approaches them. One says to Raven, Commander, it's a pleasure to see you well. We were worried and came to check on you. Raven asks, are you the thieves? One replies, what? Your voice sounds strange. Raven calls them fools, stating, you and I are beneath that mermaid. At least she cares about her friend and didn't kill you, but you will be judged by the law. The fight begins. We see Raven fighting the thieves and managing to defeat them. As some attempt to flee, Yuki intercepts them, shouting, you dared to exploit a mermaid, you scoundrels! I'll end your story! Highness joins Raven, offering to fight alongside him. They use their combined strength to defeat the remaining thieves. One thief confesses, you misunderstood. That mermaid controls us. Raven asks, where is the mermaid's friend? They then find a moving crate, from which the friend emerges. Yuki asks, are you the mermaid Misaki? She explains she can transform her fins into legs but cannot use her powers when she does so. Misaki goes to Shiki, who expresses fear for her safety. Misaki asks, do you think I would die that easily? She then thanks Yuki, Raven, and Highness for rescuing her. Yuki tells her not to underestimate the danger. Shiki thanks them for saving Misaki, saying, we owe you our lives. Misaki offers to sing a song to express her gratitude. Shiki and Misaki begin to sing, astonishing the heroes. Highness joins them in song. Yuki tells them to be careful not to be captured by villains again. Raven approaches Shiki, apologizing for trying to kill her when she was innocent. They bid farewell to the two mermaids. And thus, today's episode concludes. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to receive all new content.